don't you just love it when you've turned everything off, you've turned your computer off, your lights off, you've got the fan going, providing a little bit of background noise to help you drift away into Lord knows where. Sleep, let's just call it sleep, because that's exactly what it is. Go through your final little thought process of everything that happened, and then, oh shit, I forgot to get Deoxys. Yeah, I kind of should be kicking myself in the pants for this, and the funny thing is, I actually woke up a little bit earlier today than I should have, so I should have gone to sleep a bit earlier, which means I really should not be getting Deoxys now. But the fact of the matter is, I said that in this segment I'm going to be getting Deoxys as well as the rest of the Kanto Legends, so that is exactly what I'm going to be doing. So in order to encounter Deoxys, you want to go to Route 3, specifically the area that has meteorites. I also just spat for whatever reason, I don't know why, but whatever. I'm pretty sure I've shown this off before, but the Pokemon will sort of feel an odd presence around the area. If you come here at any time between midnight and 4 AM, then that odd presence will in fact reveal itself to be Deoxys. Otherwise, nothing actually happens and it just sort of remains a mystery, I guess. Anyhow, how do I approach attacking this thing? Would you oh god, stupid Pursuit. Okay. Well, Pursuit's not terrible. I think the only thing that I could use that might not kill it would be Quick Attack. So let's see how this works. Yeah, that's about all I'm going to be able to do to this thing in regards to damage, because despite being in its normal form, Deoxys's attack and defense are not at all balanced. Unfortunately, Deoxys is just, its base form is just a less exaggerated version of its attack form, in that it's got a lot of attack power, but unfortunately its defenses are not that frail. If you want something that's actually a bit more balanced than usual, you want the speed form, because it's got a shitload for speed, but its offenses and defenses sort of level out that way. The only other Deoxys form that actually has even remotely good defenses is the defense form, as you might expect, so... I'm not too sure why I'm going for the sleep here. I haven't quite worked out Deoxys's attack move pool here, but I'm assuming if this thing has Psycho Boost, then I'm safe from that since I have a Dark type out. Would love to get this thing down into the red, but obviously that's not going to happen unless I have something that's at a decent level. Oh, wait. Oh, come off it. That would have been excellent had I caught its second ball. God damn it, you're an asshole. You teased me with that. You just had to take that off me, and now you're going to get all these freaking immediate breakouts, but whatever. Let's just slug this out. Hopefully, I can get this in the ball reasonably quickly. Yep, there you go. Just sort of jinxed it there. So that is one of 5 legendaries I will be going after in this segment. And unfortunately, just like this one here, the other 4 all have a catch rate of 3. So, I will go ahead and quickly have a look at the Deoxys. I will move it into its correct position. Hardy nature is neutral, therefore it is automatically shit. I refuse to deviate from that belief. I know it sounds very, very elitist, but yeah. I don't even know what makes me think of such an elitist thought process by definition. I shouldn't be thinking that Hardy makes it shit, but yeah, it kind of does. But yeah. Sweet fuck all in defenses. Nice, crap ton of offenses. Very respectable speed, to be fair. And, yeah, I might as well show it off. I have no reason not to. As with any other Deoxys in any... As with any other Deoxys in this game, if you interact... Yeah, if you interact with the meteorites, it changes the Deoxys's form. That says it balanced out the attributes of a certain Pokemon. I have made it pretty damn clear that that is false. But I'll have a mess around with this, and that appears to be the defense form. Yeah, that's defense form Deoxys. Over here is attack form, which looks kind of cool walking behind you, I'm not going to lie. Which means that here we have the speed form. Every single game from Generation 4 onwards has had either a series of meteorites or a single meteorite that you would interact and sort of loop through the forms. Back in Generation 3 though, the form that Deoxys had was respective to the version that you were playing. If you're playing Ruby and Sapphire, you'd get the normal form. I should probably turn this back into the normal form because I don't want it in the speed form. Speaking of speed form, if you played Emerald, you would get the speed form. And then Fire Red would have the attack form, while Leaf Green would have the defense form. And Deoxys also happens to be the only mythical that has actually been obtainable in-game without the use of any sort of outside influence, like an event item or anything like that, since it was the quote-unquote main antagonist of the Delta episode post-game side quest thing in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. You'd have to catch Rayquaza, and then didn't even get an opportunity to save before fighting Deoxys. You just go straight up to fight him. Thankfully, you don't have to worry too much about that, because you can just kill him and rematch the Elite Four, and he'll be standing on top of Sky Pillar again for you to rebattle him. I didn't know this when I was playing my first run of Alpha Sapphire, and so that Deoxys was caught in a Master Ball, because I was 110% done with having to catch both Rayquaza and this back-to-back. This is also before I knew that Rayquaza had its catch rate shifted to 45 for those games, so very, very salty when I found out that this thing is really not that big of a deal to catch, and should not have been claimed in a Master Ball. Unless it was shiny. But, unfortunately, Shiny Lock is a bit of a thing that sort of pisses you off, so yeah, I think that's about it. I will be ending this section of the recording, and I shall be returning later on today with the remainder of the segment. So I will see you for that. Right, is my throat clear this time? Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Alright, so, anyhow, after that weirdness where I just started talking weird and then just sort of sounded as if I was choking to death, time to continue on with this segment, now that it's actually later on in the day. And I can actually go and get the rest of these legendaries that I said I was going to grab. So I'm not going to go after them in any particular order. I will go after Mewtwo last though. But I'm just going to go after the birds in sort of like an order of just convenience, I guess. So I'm going to start off with Zapdos. And in order to find Zapdos, you have to get all 16 badges. And then you have to come all the way down, dodge these stupid fish. Get out of the way, Pharaoh. God damn it. What is with the encounter rate in this area? Whatever. Anyhow. Yeah, you just come down here. Once you have all 16 badges, and then you can fight this thing. 110 Premier Balls. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw the save state here. I'm pretty sure I've got the Deoxys save on save state 1 in case things go south. But should be about right for this. Now, I think these things are like level 60 or something. Yeah, they are. Alright, so there's Zapdos. Probably my favorite of the three birds just because it can hit super effective on the other two and it kind of looks cool. I mean, I like the other two birds, but I've always just sort of put Zapdos on a higher pedestal than the others. So, let's lob a Thunderbolt at this thing. I want to get this thing nice and tender. That's actually pretty good. I'm not too sure if I can paralyze this thing. I'll go into Trap Tricks. Discharge does a decent amount. It can also paralyze, which can also pose a bit of a problem. There's also the matter of pressure, and the fact that I did not heal Trap Tricks' power points after I caught Deoxys. So that may cause a bit of an issue. First ball, immediate breakout. Get used to this, because we have to do this with 3 other Pokemon. And yes, you're quite right, it is going to suck. So, I'm not going to have any of this just spending like 20 frickin' years if I don't need to. I'm going to be speeding up for the majority of this. And a Roost! How lovely! You can fucking heal yourself. Okay, let's just pay that absolutely no mind and... should I even have another go at it? No. The fucking black screen strikes again. Whatever. Cutting back once I've got it. Okay, that was a bit obnoxious with all the fucking roosting and shit like that it did, but I got it. Could not have been... I don't even know how to end that freaking statement, but whatever. Let's go ahead and reset. And then we will go after the next bird once we've healed. But we'll go to Cinnabar Island to heal, because the next two birds are both at Seafoam Islands. Yeah, Blaine's just sort of chilling out there instead of at the gym, so we can just sort of go and invade his gym, because I'm not even sure what the whole go is with that, but apparently they just sort of want to put Moltres in the gym. I'm not even fucking kidding. It's right there. Just in the gym, of all places. It's just sort of there. None of the lackeys, the gym leader's just not there. It's just Moltres. Why the hell not? Backup save state, go, and let's roll. So aside from looking like pretty much a roast chicken, Moltres isn't too terrible. It does unfortunately have the quad weakness to stealth rock and shit, which makes it really, really shit in a competitive sense, but it's kind of cool. Well, there's Roost, which doesn't surprise me in the absolute slightest. Okay, that one we're gonna take a genuine shot at, because, yeah. Okay, that's better. Oh, god damn it, why? It was down to a sliver, and then it just had to. It just absolutely had to go with the rocks, with the roost at that point. Screw you too. Okay, 19 balls it took to catch that Zapdos. I'll stop with the roosting. It gets down to the tiniest amount of HP, and then it heals. And now it's just spam healing, which is pissing me off. Also, I kind of thought that this thing only had Flamethrower. Why does it have Air Slash, but Zapdos doesn't? For fuck's sake. Oh, can you just not fucking keep throwing... This is bullshit. It just used Roost 4 times in a fucking row. And I have to fucking put up with this for one more fight, because the Articuno will almost certainly have Roost. And I'll bet you anything, now that they're not afraid to have this sort of shit happen with these frickin' things. Thank you, I've caught the goddamn Moltres. They're probably going to have frickin' Recover on Mewtwo. Ugh. That's going to be horrid. If I wasn't so afraid of getting hit by bloody copyright, I'd put the frickin' Will Smith, like, thing in here somewhere. It would fit quite perfectly now, wouldn't it? Wait. What? Wait, what? Did this game legitimately just freeze on me? Oh, fuck off. Is it the emulator that's doing it? What the hell was that? Well, would you fucking believe it? Thank you very much, emulator. I didn't want to have to cut more shit out, but no. No, you give me the Moltres and then you freeze on me, so I have to fucking cut out anyway. Go fuck yourself, game. Literally, just go fuck yourself. Okay, the bird has been reclaimed. Now, I'm going to assume that the freeze was caused by some kind of emulator issue. So I'm going to throw a save state in a random slot here. And then we're going to go ahead and heal up. And it freezes up on me again. Wait, what? Okay. That makes no sense whatsoever, but okay, let's try this again. Load from state yay! For black screens. Oh, god damn it. Are you happy? Okay, cool. Everybody's just sort of come back in the reloading process. What in the name of shit fuck was that? That makes absolutely no sense. Is that some kind of a freeze to do with, like, the NPCs in here, like, not being there or something like that? I can't begin to comprehend what the hell the go was with that, but whatever. Anyhow, wait. My team is... Oh, wait, no, it's slot 7. I'm an idiot. Forgive me. I reloaded ahead of the, I reloaded the save state I made before the frickin' Blaine fight. That's what it was. Ugh. Okay. We're gonna roll with it. Even though it's a train wreck, we're gonna roll with it. Let me go ahead and throw a super repel down so that I can get the hell down to where Articuno is with relative ease. Relative ease still being considered not very easy at all because glitches and shit fucking me out of the bloody this, stat, and the next thing. God damn it. Okay, now I don't even know which direction I should go here. Let me just do this because I know how this puzzle works. I think this is the way I want to go. Only one way to find out. Nope. False. Wrong way. God, piss off with the repels. I kind of figured that this segment was going to be absolute shit, but this is below even my expectations. That's just how horrendous this segment is. Now... Wait, this isn't the right way either? Oh, god damn it. How the hell do you get down there then? What the shit? Is it just down here? No, it is apparently that way. How the fuck do you get up there? You want to explain this one to me, game? Can I go somewhere else on this path or something? It looks like I can. Yeah, let's try this. Okay, I think I got it. Put one more super repel up, and then as soon as I catch this stupid bird, I'm getting right the fuck out. Now, let me go ahead and heal. Throw a save state over slot 5, whatever. And see how terrible this thing is going to be to catch. I'm expecting Roost. I am also expecting Ice Beam. I just Thunder Wave right from the word go. Well, there's the Roost. Right on schedule. There's the Ice Beam, again, right on schedule. And there's just the inevitable breakout because I can never catch these things in my first ball. Because I'm just not that lucky all the time. I wish I was that lucky all the time. It'd be freaking awesome, but... It was frozen today. Kind of obligatory, but whatever. Can I kill it with quick attack? Well, can I weaken it with quick attack? And the answer is no, it'll kill it. Alright, in that case, let's just do the same strategy as I did with the Moltres. Paralyze and then send Floofin straight in. Oh, reflect, okay. And critical hit kills it anyway. Fuck you, game. Oh, the thing gained defense? Okay, fine. Critical hit, you're gonna kill it anyway. Fuck off, game. That was another crit that got it down to the yellow there. The game really needs to pull right the fuck up with these crits. I don't understand why I'm hitting this Articuno with so many crits. I also don't understand why this Articuno feels the need to roost every single goddamn turn. Oh, fuck's sakes. Like, get down to the red. Nah, using roost that turn. Going back up to the green now. This segment is literally nothing but complaining. And I don't think I can really make it any better than this. That's the shitty part. You're just going to have to deal with the fact that this is going to be an outright shitty segment. I could make up for it by having another, like, super boss fight at the end. But once I catch Mewtwo, I'm going to have to stop the recording and then chop out all the shit that I don't need and, like, bring up that sort of stuff. 50 Premier Balls, yeah, fuck it. Cutting out now because I don't want to be using this many Premier Balls on each Pokemon because I'm going to have to take the time to buy more Pokeballs and stock up on them and shit like that and just, ugh. So, yeah, I'm going to cut back and hopefully it'll only take me like 10 balls or some shit like that. Yeah. You all know what point I'm at now. At least I can take solace in the fact that I have all 3 of the birds. Maybe. Maybe that counts as solace. I don't know. Give me my fucking escape rope. I'm getting the fuck out of here. God damn it, that was bad. Now, I'm pretty sure that Cerulean Cave requires Rock Smash and I know it requires Rock Climb. So I'm going to need to go in with that. Yeah, going to put Floofin away. Floofin has been given a bit of a timeout for this, pretty much the duration of this segment. Assuming I don't do any super boss battles, because this thing helped Articuno be an absolute fucking asshat. I imagine that this thing helped Articuno more than it helped me, because the Articuno, as you can see here, has Reflect, and so I figured, okay, well, I'll just keep using Quick Attacks and whittle away. Very much, it was... Alright, let me try this again. No, apparently that's just not good enough either. My brain just decides, no, you're not going to be making coherent sentences. The point is, I figured, okay, I'll just whittle away with it with Quick Attack since it's got its Reflect up. More often than not, that is what ended my attempts at this fucking thing, because it would just continually land crits. My strategy was I would just paralyze it with Turbo Drum, switch into Flareon, and assuming I could even get it down to the red. If I got it down to the red, it would use Roost. If I was working my way down to the red, it would critical and kill it. Or it would just use Reflect and not take a whole bunch of damage, and then by the time I finally get it within range, I then critical and kill it. That's basically how it works. So, Floofin is on the outer for right now. This thing can go fuck itself. It's not going to be taking any further part in the segment. So, yeah, I'm just going to sort of shut up about that and move on into Cerulean Cave. I have 72 Premier Balls to work with here. I'm hoping it doesn't take any more than about 20. Yeah, fuck off, Repel. Fuck off, Hoppip. And I get to go back out immediately because I also need a flash. Thank you very much, game. And no, I'm not going in there without flash because I'm not I refuse to navigate a place where I can't see jack shit. So let's go ahead and put trap tricks back in as well. And then say hello to the Masquerade, say goodbye to the Masquerade, say hello to the Hop-Ip, say goodbye to the Hop-Ip. Put up the Super Repel. Flash. Alright, let's go. So you want to go in the correct direction here. So I'm pretty sure that correct direction is no different to what it has always been. Except, you know, you got to take a bit more of a roundabout way. Because apparently this platform is not boardable by any other direction other than the one that I just took. Even though it shouldn't be like that, but whatever. Cerulean Cave, as you might expect, is another one of those caves that you just didn't have access to in Gold, Silver, and Crystal for reasons. And can these super repels maybe last a bit longer? I refuse to accept that. I refuse to believe that they are lasting 200 steps. But anyhow, I think this is the direction we want to go. I'm not going to do too much in-depth exploring. I just want to go and get Mewtwo. This area is not really that interesting anyway, so basically what we want to do is we want to go in this sort of general direction, and we want to go to the ladder that you are seeing right now. This one over here. And then that will let you go down here. And then from here I need the rock climbing stuff, but I'll do a quick little look around the place. Hoping to God, of course, that my family's just random arguments are not being picked up in the background. Because if I look back on this, like if I play this back and I find out that argument is quite audible, I mean, by the time I find out, they'll have already left, but I will be ripping them a new asshole if it turns out that they've ruined this section of the segment. So anyhow, we up to Mewtwo yet? Yeah, there he is. Just want to make sure that there's anything. There's an item over there. Whatever, I'll go have a look at it. I'm not going to have much more of an opportunity to explore this place, so maybe if I didn't just somehow end up on the 6th page of this frickin' bag or whatever the hell, then we would probably wouldn't have too many problems opening up the thing. Okay, Electreizer, completely uninteresting. Let's move the fuck on. Right. Save state in slot 8. How much of an asshole is Mewtwo going to be? I imagine it's going to be quite an asshole. Thankfully though, I can catch this thing in a Pokeball or its equivalents, unlike in Fire Red Omega where I had a catch rate of 1 and you were forced to catch it in an Ultra Ball. Thankfully though, I don't have to worry about that too much here. Surprisingly low defenses. I can't hit that thing with another Thunderbolt. I will attack it with Strength. That shouldn't come as any sort of surprise to me, but whatever. This should probably do the trick. Yay, critical as well, just to rub it even further into my face. Okay, Guard Swap, Psychic. Does it have anything else? Power Swap and Amnesia. Okay, this thing does not have Recover, and it's just been caught. Thank you so very, very much, game. You actually managed to cut me a break. Now, if I go back down, yeah. Random rival super boss, which I'm not going to be doing now, because I imagine that I will probably get my ass handed to him by it. I will probably mess around with that as like one of the lead-ups to the red fight or something like that. I don't know, because I don't want like the red fight is probably going to be scheduled for Monday, although I'm not too sure how much segment I can actually fill in on that. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the segment here. I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to put this into Camtasia and all that sort of shit and see how long the segment is. If it is long enough for me to be satisfied with it being an entire segment by itself, then that'll be the end of the video. Otherwise, I will go and do either Steven or Cynthia and just sort of tack that onto the end. So that you'll find out now, I guess.